This is a market update for the city of Edmond. I'm recording this at the beginning of April 2025. We're going to take a look at one specific piece of data for the city of Edmond and kind of talk about what that means for the real estate market in Edmond right now. And the particular piece of data that we're going to take a look at is the number of homes for sale. If you've been paying attention to the real estate market for the last couple of years, then you've heard it said over and over again that there is a shortage of inventory. In other words, there are more buyers in the market than there are homes available for sale. And that has made it a seller's market for the last couple of years. And over the last couple of years, as interest rates have remained high and kind of remained sticky around that 7% range, we've slowly begun to see that trend shift from being a seller's market more towards a balanced market where it's not the case where sellers are in control necessarily. And we're seeing that continue as inventory continues to increase, as supply continues to increase to meet the demand. Then the market becomes more balanced, shifting that pendulum from favoring sellers to being more in the middle, where we're currently not favoring buyers or sellers really in this market in April 2025. Looking at the number of homes for sale in the city of Edmond right now, we are sitting at 887. Now that data was updated on March 31st, 2025. I'm recording this at the beginning of April, so that is very current data. And 887 homes for sale in Edmond is a much larger number than we saw back even a year ago this time. In February 2024, there were 552 homes for sale in the city of Edmond. And if we go all the way back to February of 2022, there were only 207 homes for sale 3 years ago. So in 3 years' time, we've gone from 207 homes for sale to 887 homes for sale. That is a 4x increase over those 3 years. And as I mentioned earlier, as that inventory continues to increase, it is meeting the demand out there that we've had on the market from all of the buyers who couldn't find a home, who were competing for homes when homes were going multiple offer over asking price because there were more buyers than there were homes available. We're starting to see that shift back towards the center, starting to see that inventory normalize a little bit. So what does this mean? What does this data mean? Like, who cares, right? The important thing to note, if you are a seller, is that the market is becoming more competitive than it was a year ago, and certainly 3 years ago, even than it was back in December of 2024 when there were 764 homes for sale just about 4 months ago. So roughly 100 fewer homes for sale than there are today as I'm recording this. If you look here to the side, you see that there's been an increase of 54.5% in terms of the numbers of homes for sale. That means if you are a seller, you've got to stand out in this market now. No longer are we in a situation where buyers are starved for inventory, and so they're going to be competing for every single home that hits the market. You've got to make your home shine. You've got to make it stand out. So you want to make sure that your curb appeal is on point. One of the things that I've said in some of my previous YouTube videos is that buyers will often make their first impression decision as they're standing on the front porch or the entryway of your home waiting for their agent, their realtor, to unlock the door. Sometimes those lock boxes can be tricky to get open, and during that minute or 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes that it's taking that agent to get the home open, the buyers are standing there and they're looking around at the cobwebs that are in the corner, or the welcome mat that's not there, or maybe the trash that's in the flower bed. So you want your home to be presented in its best possible light. The other thing that's really important in this market for sellers is to price the home correctly. Oftentimes sellers will think, I'll just start out high and then I'll lower the price if we don't get the showings and activity. The problem with that line of thinking is that your listing can become stale. if you think about it, when you're looking at homes for sale, when you bought the home you're in now, if you saw a home that had been on the market for 1 or 2 days or a week, and you were considering making an offer, you're probably going to make a really strong offer, right? Because the home hasn't been on the market very long. On the other hand, if you see a home that's been on the market 30 days, 45 days, 60 or 90 days, you're probably thinking to yourself, there's something wrong with this home. And you're probably thinking, I'm going to offer lower than what the asking price is. So pricing the home appropriately out of the gate is incredibly important for sellers right now. Now, if you're a buyer, the good news for you is that there are more options. You've got more homes to choose from. The competition isn't as fierce for buyers now, so they can get a little bit more of what they want. Maybe that means asking for some closing costs from the seller. Maybe it means asking for the seller to help buy down your interest rate, which will lower your monthly payment. There are a number of different things you can do to creatively structure your offer as a buyer to win in this market. And now that the market is a little bit more balanced, you've got a better chance of getting that offer accepted because sellers don't have the luxury oftentimes of multiple buyers competing for their home. So you can be a little bit more choosy and you can ask for a little bit more in your offer as a buyer right now. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here and you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. That way you never miss an update on the Oklahoma City real estate market. And if you're thinking about a move to Edmond or some other part of the Oklahoma City metro area, you'll find my relocation guide linked down in the description below, which you can download for free. And it's packed full of information on what life is like in Oklahoma City, including where to eat, what to do for fun, what the school systems are like, which neighborhoods are the most highly rated, and tons of other info that you'll need as you make your decision on which part of Oklahoma City you might want to move to. And if Edmond is on the list for your next home, but you're still not quite sure if it's right for you, then you'll definitely want to check out this video next to learn more about what it's like to live in Edmond, Oklahoma.